Yo, what is going on, everybody? XpertGamer here, and I'm coming at you guys with another OU battle. This one is against Nicholas, and he has a pretty good team, and I just slapped my team together as well. This battle was really like off and on. I had the upper hand at the beginning, and then in the middle he had the upper hand, and then just kind of leveled out to my favor. But he's gonna lead off with his Infernape, and I'm going to lead off with my Talonflame. And now I don't know if I brought the right Talonflame or not, so I decided to be safe and just switch right on to my ESPEON rather than going for the U-turn, predicting him to go for the Stealth Rocks, which is exactly what he does. So it's really nice for me. So I got free Stealth Rocks on the field. My team doesn't consist of like any Stealth Rockers. I just hope that I can keep ESPEON alive long enough just to get into a situation where I bounce back whatever hazards they put on my field. So yeah, right here I switch out and go out to my Conkeldurr, predicting him to either switch out to go on to Dusknoir, Bisharp, or Slowking, and he goes down to Dusknoir, which is really good for me. And right here, I'm pretty sure I just decided to go for the knockoff as he switched out and went into his Dragonite. And is that what happened? Is that what happened? Get your fucking leftovers recovery and hurry up. Goddamn. Hurry up, come on, come on, come on. And yeah, he's gonna withdraw here. He's gonna bring his Dragonite. Wait, I don't really know why he decided to sack up his Dragonite this early on, because he takes all the Stealth Rock damage, that's the multi-skill gone. I hit him up with the knockoff that brings him down to like about to go into the red. So I don't know like why this thing actually could have been of some use. So he decided to go over the Dragon Claw just to get in some damage before I kill him off with an Ice Punch, and that's gonna be the end of Green Arrow of the Dragonite. So yeah. So now he's gonna bring out his Landorus, and now I over-predicted here. This one started to go on to his favor. I over-predicted him, and I thought that he was gonna go for an extra sensory. So I switched out and I went into my Greninja. Obviously I'm a dark type, so psychic types don't affect me, and I was gonna hit him up with an Ice Beam. I had it all planned out and everything, the blueprints, everything. And he goes for an Earth Power, gets a crit. Now, to be honest, I don't know if I would have lived that without the crit. I'm gonna damage calc it after this, but I kind of thought that I would have lived, but maybe not. So I go for another Earth Power here, and I'm like, bruh, I'm Assault Vested, like, hello? I don't know if he was Specs, or he would probably Life Orb, but I don't know if he was Specs, because I was doing hella damage, like, bruh. So I got into my Venusaur here, and I Mega Evolve as he goes for the Hidden Power Ice. Now, I don't know why you went for Hidden Power Ice, because I do a Thick Fat, and obviously that like canceled out everything. It just, with Thick Fat, it makes it not super effective. That's all it really does. So it would have been better for him just to go for the Earth Power regardless. And I missed the Sleep Powder on the first turn, so it's like, hello? And then I go for the Sleep Powder again. I knew that I needed that sleep on that thing, and having that Landorus asleep was so vital to the battle. It was so vital. So he's fast asleep right here, and he's gonna withdraw Landorus, and he's going to go out into Dusknoir. And I'm pretty sure I decided to go for a Giga Drain because I need to get my health back up. I haven't genned. I genned this Venusaur right when right when I started Wi-Fi battling, so I don't really know any good sets, so I do not run Synthesis on this one. I need to make another one like ASAP. If I had Synthesis, this would have been so much easier, but no. I only have Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, and Sleep Powder. So I go for the Leech Seed on the Dusknoir as I miss. This is when the battle is like kind of shifting into his favor, and he goes for the Will-O-Wisp and he hits his. It's so dumb. So dumb. So that little burn damage is gonna mean a lot to my Venusaur's fate, and I decided to go for another Leech Seed. I hit this one, which was so nice. So I get that little recovery, but obviously it doesn't matter because freaking the burn comes. And he goes for EQ, and it's gonna bring me into the red, but after Leech Seed, it brings me back up into the orange, and then after the burn, right back down to the red. So that burn really mattered. It was so dumb getting that burn. Like, I miss, bro. Why can't you miss? So now, I decided to get back as much health as possible, and I spam Giga Drains. Actually, no, I don't spam Giga Drains. Right here, I actually made a pretty good play. I was proud of this one. He goes for Fire Punch here. Now, this was huge. This was huge. If I did not predict this, I would have lost the entire game. I was like, bruh, he's gonna preserve this thing, and he's gonna switch on to Bisharp. So I was like, I'm gonna go for another Leech Seed on Bisharp. I was like, bro, let me just predict really quick. So I go for the lead seed, and right when I saw Negro Nick with Drew Dusknoir, I was like, yes. When I saw that Bisharp, I was like, yes. And then when I saw lead seed and I actually saw the animation go and I didn't miss, I was like, yes. So I actually hit off the lead seed, which was very nice. Now you'll see how much this mattered. You will see. And now I predicted him to go for a Swords Dance right here, so I decided to stay in and let my Venusaur die. I had no other reason to keep this thing around. So I go for a Giga Drain, and surprisingly, the Giga Drain does a lot. And now, when I summed up that Swords Dance, I was like, shit, I need to think of something ASAP to take down that thing. So over the Giga Drain, and it does quite a bit of damage, to be honest. Like, look at that shit. And, yeah. So right here, I get back that lead seed recovery, and it also really mattered depending on what item he had. He was running Life Orb, and that helped me out more than it helped him. So look at this. He goes for the Iron Head right here. I decided to go for another leech seed just in case he wanted to sucker punch. I don't know why he would. So he goes for the Iron Head, brings him down to that much after Life Orb. I switch on to Talonflame. Now this was huge. He predicted me to go for Flare Blitz. I went for Brave Bird, and guess what he did? He went for Sucker Punch, so it failed. And he messaged me on Skype. He was like, Palm nigga, I swore to God that you were gonna go for Flare Blitz. And I was like, nope. That was a good prediction. I have to give myself that. That was a good prediction. And he is going to die to the Leech Seed. And that was like a huge threat out of the way. Huge. So that Life Orb came through. What else came through? Me predicting that Leech Seed came through. This was a really good match. This is one of my better OU matches. So I get back up to full HP. And no, I don't even get back up to full. I get back up to 1 beyond full. And he's gonna bring in David the Slowking right now. And I'm just gonna hit him up with that nice and clean U-turn. And it's gonna do a chunk. That's a big chunk. Oh my god. And I'm gonna switch out and I'm gonna go out into my Cofagrigus. Now, I was kind of dumb right here. I wish I wouldn't have Shadow Ball on this thing. Now here's why. You're gonna see how much this little shit does. So he's gonna go for Scald. Luckily he doesn't get the burn. I actually kind of wanted him to get the burn because after this he went for Thunder Wave. Now had he have not paralyzed me, I think the Slowking would have been much easier to take out. I'm not sure. I need to think about that a little bit more. So we go for the Thunder Wave right here, and luckily I did not get fully paralyzed. Now I go for Hex, thinking that it would kill. It doesn't kill. It doesn't kill. Now, had I have Shadow Ball, I don't know if that would have killed or brought him down to the point like 1 HP or some shit. But he's gonna go for the Slack Off here, and what I do is I decide to say, okay, my Hex needs to start doing more, so I go for the Will-O-Wisp right here. I thought that Hex were to kill. I don't know why I thought that, because Slowking is like super specially defensive. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp right here just so that Hex can activate, and you don't know what Hex does. Hex does more like depending on if it has a status. So if it has a status, Hex does like double the damage or some shit. So yeah, that's how it works. Right here he is going to switch out, and I think this is the turn that he switches out. Is it? Yeah, he's gonna withdraw and he's going to go into Landorus. Now this was like the good point in the battle for me. Everything went into my favor right here. So I go for the Hex right here, and luckily I didn't want it to kill. I really did not want it to kill. It doesn't kill, and I'm just like, yes, do a thought walk. Hey, yay. So I was like, it didn't kill. Let me switch out real quick and let me go on to Espeon. Now, when I went on to Espeon, I was like, don't get first turn wake up. Don't wake up, you piece of shit. Do not wake up. It doesn't wake it up. And I'm just kind of like, yeah. I go for the Calm Mind, and I'm like, okay, if he even wakes up, he's not even gonna kill me. I have that special defense boost. And I'm like, look at this. I'm like, I got the huge grin. I was like, yeah, he stayed asleep. Yeah. So that sleep on the Landers really did matter. And I decided to go for the Shadow Ball just in case he wanted to switch out into Slowking or Dusknoir, which he doesn't. And all he has left right now is Dusknoir, Slowking, and Impronate, which the Espeon can all handle. Now, the only problem that I had, really the minor problem, was this thing. The only problem was that Shadow Ball doesn't kill because this thing's special defense is so high. He goes for the Scald, and it doesn't really matter. He doesn't get the burn or any shit like that. So like, this is going so well for me. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say he could have switched out here and got up a little bit of Regenerator, but it wouldn't matter. I still would have won in the end just because ESPEON would have been able to take him out regardless. So we decided to stay in as I hit him up with another Shadow Ball, and that is going to take him out. Now he's going to switch out and go into his Dusknoir, and I was like, yeah, I had game at this point. So that was a pretty good match. I decided to go the Shadow Ball here to kill it off, and then once the Infernape came in, I decided to hit that little thing up right on the tip of the nose with that nice and clean Psychic. I would have had Psyshock on this thing, but like again, this is one of the Pokemon I made right when I got into competitive battling, so I didn't really know what moves to put on it, but I mean, Psychic still did what it needed to do. So you're gonna switch out and do Infernape, and I'm gonna hit him up with that Psychic, no chance of living. And lead Infernape usually has Focus Sash, so I'm so glad that I was able to Magic Bounce those rocks back just to break off his sash. So that was a really good match. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Go check out Nick's channel and Twitter in the description below. Hopefully I can have more battles come to the channel soon. Go check out the 2 series that we were doing on the channel right now, the Hone White Randomizer Nuzlocke and the new co-op with Paralyzed Hacks. Without further ado, I'm XpertGamer. Peace out, everybody.